This week, my son Jeremy and I are in the Thumb of Michigan. Now, the Thumb of Michigan has Lake Huron around three sides, and most of the time when I'm over in this area, you're getting lake pictures, but not this time. We went south in the Thumb area to look for Native American petroglyphs. So we're out here in a forest area. Now, back a long time ago, I don't know, Jeremy probably knows, there was a big fire in this area and it burned off most of the underbrush and left these rocks visible with nothing growing on them. And some of these have petroglyphs. So we're searching that direction for the petroglyphs today. And while we're at it, we're going to be talking. I always enjoy when I'm with one of my kids, we get to talk about theology. So we're going to challenge our thinking with a little bit of thoughts after that, but let's get on the trail.
So what you see behind me would have been the skeletal framework of a birch bark. It looks almost like a cross between a wigwam and a longhouse. This is fastened by modern string and fastenings, but when the people of the Eastern Woodlands, the Ojibwa, lived in this area, they would have basically used regroove strips, which would have been obtained by stripping a birch bark tree and soaking it in a special resin. And that would have made regroove strips, which they would have used to fasten branches together. Now, these empty sections here would actually have been kind of sided with birch bark siding itself. And in the summer, the bottom would have been fixed with a special reed skirt to allow a little bit more airflow. Although in the winter, that would not have been used. So this. Well, this is a shame. This is an eastern white pine, which was famous here at the Sand Lake Petroglyphs Park, and it looks like it's experienced some type of trauma. And limbs are down, it's kind of split right in the middle, although some of it survives. It's sad. So this actually dates back, the eastern white pines, there are very few of them left because a lot of them either burned in the Great Thumb Fire of 1881, which burned 1 million acres in one day, killing 282 people up here, or they were just logged to almost near extinction because logging was a huge industry during the time. In 2008, foresters actually estimated that this white pine was about 125 years old. So few of them left. So it's just really sad to see this one in such bad shape.
We're going to a feature now that I always call the stone table. It reminds me of the table that Aslan was sacrificed on in the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. So we're going to use this as a backdrop. Okay, first question. I'm just going to throw this off of Jeremy. He can agree, he can disagree. Probably a couple of years ago, I threw out this idea to think about on a Wednesday, and the question was, is there such a thing as a separation between sacred and secular, or is there nothing sacred, or more likely, is there nothing secular? And my thinking was at the time, if God was the God of all creation, everything here, the rocks, the trees, they belong to God. They were created by God. I belong to God. And how dare I say that maybe if I am fishing or something, that's a secular activity? I don't know. That's enough to throw out. What do you think, Jeremy? And you only have like a minute or so.
So do I think that some things are all sacred or some secular?
Yeah.
That's an interesting question. The Native American people who lived here many thousands of years ago, they believed everything was entirely sacred. And unifying Great Spirit basically had a spirit in pretty much everything. In our day and age now, we've got people who veered the other way, who believe everything is all secular and metaphysical and scientific, and there is nothing sacred. Everything just is matter. I would probably tend to say I fall somewhere in the middle. Some things are definitely sacred. It's hard not to feel a certain affinity to the sacredness of nature when you're out in a place like this. But on the other hand, when you are in an office or surrounded by steel or on asphalt, it's hard to see much sacredness in that. That would seem secular.
I was going to challenge you on that, and I thought I don't have time to do it to get into a good discussion, but I was going to ask you, it was not hard out here to find something sacred. Give an example of something secular, and you did in the office, but I want to challenge and say, what about even in the office, the way you treat your coworkers, the way you treat your customers, the way that you spend your day, the activities that you allow yourself to do at work is that sacred also?
I would say the bonds between people definitely can be sacred. You and I have been watching a show called Alone recently, where almost everybody who is separated from other people for an extended period of time feels a sense of loss. And I think that would point to evidence the fact that we need communication with each other, and in a sense that communication is sacred because it's essential to our very being as humans, as members of the human race.
Well, we don't have much time to flesh this out just on a quick Wednesday devotion, but we throw it into your court and ask you, is there a separation between secular and sacred, or is everything sacred, or what would you call secular? Well, we'll leave you with that to ponder and continue looking for our petroglyphs. I've been gone for 3 Sundays now in Wisconsin and Michigan and traveling, and if all goes well, I hope to be back home this coming Sunday. Until then, may God bless you. I'll see you soon.